Picture this. It's a Tuesday morning. Margaret, 72 years old, opens her email and sees a message from her bank. Unusual activity detected on your account. Her heart sinks. She clicks the link, types her password, and within minutes, $20,000 vanishes from her savings. Gone. Just like that. But here's the thing that haunts her the most. The thieves never touched her computer. They never broke into her house. They never even met her. They stole her password weeks ago from a data breach she didn't even know happened. And that single password was the only thing standing between them and her life savings. Now imagine if Margaret had one simple thing turned on, one free security feature that takes 5 minutes to set up. Even with her stolen password, those thieves would have hit a wall. They would have needed her phone, physically in their hands, to get in. And Margaret would still have her $20,000. That feature is called two-factor authentication. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to set it up on your iPhone. No tech jargon, no confusion, just me talking to you like we're sitting at your kitchen table, walking through this together step by step. And I promise you, this might be the most important 10 minutes you spend this year. Stay with me, because in a moment, I'm going to show you something that will change how you think about passwords forever. Let's talk about passwords for a second. For decades, we were told, create a strong password, don't share it, and you're safe. That advice worked back when the internet was smaller and hackers were fewer. But things have changed dramatically. Every single day, massive companies get hacked. Millions of passwords get stolen. And here's what most people don't realize. Hackers don't need to target you specifically. They buy stolen password lists on the dark web for pennies. Lists with millions of usernames and passwords. Then they use programs that automatically try those passwords on thousands of websites. Banks, email accounts, shopping sites, social media. It's called credential stuffing, and it happens millions of times every single day. So even if you created a strong password and never told anyone, if that company you trusted got breached 3 years ago, your password might already be out there, sitting in a file, waiting to be used against you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'll just create a different password for every single website. And that's good advice, but let's be honest. Most of us can't remember 50 different complex passwords. We reuse them, we write them down, we use variations of the same password. And hackers know this. They count on it. That's where two-factor authentication comes in, and here's why it's such a game changer. Think of your online account like your house. For years, you protected it with one lock, your password. That lock worked pretty well when thieves had to pick it by hand. But now, thieves have tools that can try a million combinations in seconds. One lock just isn't enough anymore. Two-factor authentication is like adding a second lock, but not just any lock, a lock that only you have the key to, and that key changes every single time. Even if a thief copies your first key, they can't open the door without the second one, and they can't get that second key unless they physically steal your phone. Here's how it works in practice, and I promise it's simpler than it sounds. Let's say you want to log into your email. Normally, you type your username and password and you're in. With two-factor authentication, you still type your username and password, but then, before the account opens, you get a text message on your phone with a special code. That code is unique, it only works once, and it expires in about 30 seconds. You type that code into the website, and now you're in. That's it. 2 steps instead of 1. The first step proves you know your password. The second step proves you have your phone. Both have to match or no entry. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, but that sounds like more work every time I log in. And you're right, it is one extra step. But here's the truth. Most websites remember your device. So once you've logged in on your phone or computer, you won't need that code again for weeks or even months, unless you're logging in from a new device or a new location. It's a tiny inconvenience that buys you enormous protection. And here's the beautiful part. Even if someone halfway across the world has your password, even if they know your username, your birth date, your email, they still can't get into your account. Because when they try to log in, that code gets sent to your phone, not theirs, yours. And without that code, they're locked out forever. This is why security experts call two-factor authentication one of the most effective ways to protect yourself online. It stops 99% of automated hacking attempts dead in their tracks. All right, now that you understand why this matters, let's actually set it up. If you have an iPhone, stay right here. I'm going to walk you through this so slowly and clearly that even if you've never changed a setting on your phone before, you'll be able to do this. I promise. Grab your iPhone. We're going to do this together right now. I want you to follow along with me. Pause the video if you need to. Rewind if you missed something. There's no rush. First, unlock your phone and find the Settings app. It looks like a gray gear. It's usually on your home screen. Tap on it once. Now you're looking at a long list of options. Don't worry about most of them. At the very top of the screen, you should see your name and maybe a little picture or your initials. That's your Apple ID section. Tap on your name. Good. Now you're inside your Apple ID settings. You'll see options like name, phone numbers, email, and password and security, and a few others. What we want is called Sign In and Security. It might also say Password and Security depending on your iPhone model. Look for either of those phrases and tap on it. Perfect. Now, in this menu, you should see an option that says Two-Factor Authentication. If it already says On next to it, congratulations, you've already got it enabled. But if it says Off, or if there's a button that says Turn on Two-Factor Authentication, tap that button now. Your phone might ask you to enter your Apple ID password. This is normal. It's making sure it's really you before making security changes. Go ahead and type your password. Now, here's where the magic happens. Your iPhone is going to ask you to add a trusted phone number. This is the phone number where you'll receive those special codes we talked about. For most of you, that's going to be the number of the iPhone you're holding right now. The phone should suggest your current number automatically. If that's correct, tap Continue. Next, it'll ask you how you want to receive codes, text message or phone call. I recommend text message because it's faster and easier to see. Tap Text Message. And now, wait for it. In a few seconds, you should get a text message with a 6-digit code. When it arrives, type that code into the box on your screen. Done. That's it. You just turned on two-factor authentication for your entire Apple account. Every app, every service connected to your Apple ID is now protected by that second layer. Let me show you what this means in real life. From now on, if someone tries to log into your iCloud, your Apple account, or any Apple service from a device you've never used before, they'll need that code sent to your phone. Even if they somehow got your password, they're stuck. They can't move forward. And you'll get a notification on your phone showing someone tried to log in, so you'll know immediately if something suspicious is happening. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you while we're here, and it's really important. Scroll down a little bit in the two-factor authentication settings. You should see an option that says Get Verification Code or Recovery Key. This is critical, so pay attention for a moment. What happens if you lose your phone, or it breaks, or it gets stolen? Without your phone, you can't get those codes, right? So how do you get back into your account? Apple gives you something called backup codes or a recovery key. These are special codes that work just like the text message codes, but they don't expire. You can use them to get into your account if your phone isn't available. Here's what I want you to do, and this is really important. Tap on Get Verification Code or Recovery Key. Write down the codes or the key that appears. Not on your phone, actually write them down on paper with a pen. Then put that paper somewhere safe, a drawer, a safe, somewhere you'll remember but that isn't sitting out in the open. Why? Because if your phone dies tomorrow and you can't log into your Apple account, that piece of paper will save you hours of frustration and phone calls to Apple support. Let me take a moment to celebrate with you. You just made your iPhone and your entire Apple account exponentially more secure. You added a lock that hackers can't pick. You took control of your digital safety in a way that most people never do. From this moment forward, even if your password leaks in a data breach, even if someone guesses it, even if you accidentally type it into a fake website, you're protected. They can't get in without your phone, and that phone is in your pocket or your purse, not in some hacker's basement halfway around the world. Now, if you have an Android phone, don't worry. Part 2 of this video is coming right up, and I'll walk you through the exact same process for Android devices. The steps are slightly different, but the protection is just as strong. And before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. You know what the sad truth is? Most people never turn this on. They think it won't happen to me, or I don't have anything worth stealing. And then one day, they wake up to find their bank account empty, their email hacked, their identity stolen. And they realize it could have been prevented with 5 minutes of effort. Don't be that person. You just spent 10 minutes protecting yourself. Now, take one more minute and think about the people you love. Your spouse, your kids, your parents. Do they have two-factor authentication turned on? If you're not sure, show them this video. Help them set it up. Because the best gift you can give someone isn't something you buy, it's peace of mind. If this video helped you, please share it. Leave a comment and let me know if you were able to set it up. And if you got stuck anywhere, describe where and I'll help you in the comments. Stay safe out there. You've got this. And remember, one password is not enough anymore. Two factors are what keep you safe.